and following a meeting with US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and US Ambassador Mike Huckabee. Global stock markets have surged on Monday after US and China agreed to slash steep tariffs for at least 90 days, tapping the brakes on a trade war between the world's two biggest economies that had fed fears of a global recession. But the temporary pause has reportedly done little to address the underlying schisms that led to the disputes, including the US trade deficit with China and US President Donald Trump's demand for more action from Beijing to combat the US fentanyl crisis. According to reports, under the temporary truce, the US will cut extra tariffs it imposed on Chinese imports last month from 145% to 30% for the next 3 months, while Chinese duties on the US imports will fall to 10% from 125%. Moreover, US Trade Representative Jameson Greer said in an interview that in addition to the tariff reductions, China has agreed to lift export countermeasures issued after April the 2nd, including restrictions on rare earth minerals and magnets used widely in high-tech manufacturing. Meanwhile, financial markets cheered the reprieve in the conflict as Wall Street stocks finished sharply higher, with the S&P 500 closing at its highest level since March the 3rd and the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite recording its highest close since February the 28th. Let's listen in to what Scott Bessent and Jameson Greer had said.
We have reached an agreement on a 90-day pause and substantially moved down the tariff levels. Both sides on the reciprocal tariffs will move their tariffs down 115%. Just like with all our other trading partners, as long as there is good faith effort, engagement, and constructive dialogue, then we will keep moving forward.
We retain our 10% global baseline tariff, which we have on other countries. We have, in addition to that, previous measures that we've retained, which have been, frankly, effective in reducing the U.S. bilateral trade deficit with China over the past few years. So that leaves us in a very good position all in with respect to measures on Chinese imports, but more importantly, leaves us in a constructive path forward to have a positive conversation with the Chinese.
Meanwhile, Trump has also said that he expects to speak to China's President Xi Jinping at the end of the week. Let's listen in to Donald Trump.
The talks in Geneva were very friendly. The relationship is very good. We're not looking to hurt China. China was being hurt very badly. They were closing up factories. They were having a lot of unrest. And they were very happy to be able to do something with us. And the relationship is very, very good. I'll speak to President Xi maybe at the end of the week. We have some other things we're doing.
Well, staying with trade, India has